yet? Let me say it again. Are you feeling bullish yet? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trendsetter Crypto TV. I'm your gracious host, Solo. And guys, we have a lot to talk about. Please hit the like button. Likes are free. Let's get straight into it, okay? Fear to Greed Index is at a 74. We've been in the 70s now for a while. We were at a 78 yesterday, right? You can see that the market is flirting with that 74, 72, 78, right? Once we get into the 80s, right? And by the way, before I begin, I am not a financial advisor or guru. This is not financial advice. It's just merely my opinion in regards to the financial sector, particularly cryptocurrencies. But today, we are also going to talk about stocks, okay? Yeah, we're going to talk about stocks because NVIDIA is killing it. NVIDIA is killing it. Let me shout out the people in the chat. Tell me the city where you're from. You know what I'm saying, what the weather is like, and if there are beautiful women in your city, okay? That's a bad joke. Anyway, shout out to Imam Perry. I see you, brother. How you doing, man? Always here. Good to see you. We got Cozy in the building. Hold up, Cozy in the building? Yo, where you been? Hold up, we got Cozy in the building.
Dom DeMarco.
For those who don't know, brother Cozy has been with me before I even got into crypto. He can tell you the type of content that I used to make, and he can tell you about my growth as a man, okay? Brother Cozy used to be on my other channel when I was a little boy, talking about little boy things. But now that I'm a man, I talk about grown man things.
Dom DeMarco.
We're going to talk about all that, Cozy. We're going to talk about that, okay? We're going to talk about that. You jumping the gun right now, brother. But yeah, we're definitely going to talk about NVIDIA because, guys, man, this AI, guys, and I know sometimes I come off like doom and gloom, but this AI thing is exciting. Let me be honest. It's exciting, but it's scary at the same time to me, okay? And I'm going to show you guys and explain why it's exciting and scary at the same time, because I realize, man, let's just get straight into it because I have so much I want to talk about today, Cozy, bro. And a lot of people are sleeping, okay? When I talk about people, I'm talking about normies. But right now, the cryptocurrency market is at a $1.9 trillion market cap. Are you guys ready for this? When people say, oh, why you never talk about my crypto, man? You ain't never talk about Keisha coin. Man, you need to be talking about this pod coin. No. We have, I did the numbers. We have over 2.2 million cryptocurrencies, okay? 2.2 million. When I got into the crypto space in 2017, we had less than 10,000. We have over 2.2 million. Bitcoin is at 51K. I'm hearing all this talk from your favorite YouTubers. You guys know the ones with the big numbers and all that. No disrespect, no shade. I just got to keep it honest. They're talking about we're gonna hit the previous all-time high before the halving, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, if anybody loves drinking on hopium, right? It's me. But I'm just wondering, like, where are they like getting this sentiment from? That we're gonna hit the previous all-time high. I see, guys, and this is where people then get mad. So I'm not gonna say, listen, I'm gonna say something y'all don't like.
Come on now,
your favorite YouTubers are lying to you.
Come on, man.
I personally think that we are not going to hit the previous all-time high. I think we might get to 55 before, during the halving, maybe, and this is just this is like a Patrick Mahomes Hail Mary. Maybe we'll get to 58, but I just don't. But because I get it. I know ETFs. Everybody's talking about, oh, we're gonna hit 68,000 before the halving. If we do hit, okay, let's have fun. Let's have fun, okay? I have time today, Cozy. Let's have fun. If we do hit 68,000, make no mistake, before the halving, let's say we do hit that, okay? We're not just going to hit 68,000. We're going to hit 70,000, 75,000, 80,000. You know why? Because what BlackRock is going to do is they're going to do what's known as an artificial pump, right? They got to pump the market so high that the normies are wanting to jump in. You guys realize that Bitcoin was at 53,000 a couple days ago. You guys realize that normies aren't here yet? And when I say normies, I don't mean it in a derogatory manner. I mean retailers that are casual investors at best, right? That's what I mean. They're not even in the market right now. Bitcoin is at 53,000. It's not even in the news, Cozy. Have you noticed it? You know why it's not in the news? Why crypto, nobody cares about crypto right now? Because number one, the ETFs and all of that, the average normie doesn't really care about that. They don't even know what that is. Okay, let's keep it a buck. Number two, the excitement in crypto is not there yet for us retailers, because let's keep it real. Outside of what Solana has been doing and what Jasmine Coin has been doing the last couple of days, altcoins aren't really pumping like that. Okay, Ethereum, yes, Ethereum has hit 3,000 earlier this morning. And yes, because now they're talking about Ethereum ETFs possibly in May. But the reality is that why you don't see the normies in yet is, number one, the news. Shout out to Israel, I see you in the chat. The news is not talking about crypto. That's why, you know, your mama, your grandfather, and auntie and uncle, your neighbor, they're not asking you about what's up with that Bitcoin, dog. What's up with that? Because the news isn't talking about it. And number two, you're not really talking about it to them because altcoins aren't really popping like that. Let's keep it real. Okay, that euphoria hasn't really, and maybe did hit for some of you guys. If you got into the Solana coins, because shout out to the brothers in the Telegram group. You guys already know, if you want access to the Telegram group, hit the Patreon. Some brothers got into Solana when it was $18, $20. Okay, so they're up. But the reality is, most of us are still waiting for the XRPs, the ADAs, the Doges, Shiba Inu to pump, and it hasn't. And guys, listen, I already told you my thoughts on when they will pump. For SHIB to pump and Lung to pump, it's going to be two reasons. Number one, three reasons. So let's say this BlackRock artificial pump happens, right? 80,000, 90,000. They might let you smell 100K. But what they're going to do then is they're going to rug you so hard. Let me say that again. They're going to rug you so hard that you're going to see 100,000. And then the next day, when you turn on your computer or your phone, and by the way, anybody using AT&T? Yeah, I know AT&T is on that McDonald's Wi-Fi time. I heard no shade to AT&T. But BlackRock is gonna rug you so hard when it's gonna be 50K. Who are saying, right, before halving, if you disagree with me, leave. You can, because I don't understand, like, where people a lot, guys. I do technical analysis now 2-3 hours a day. That's facts. When people ask me, yo, what do you do? Like, Can you hear me, guys? In the chat, can you hear me? Yeah. You know that AT&T Wi-Fi, guys. The solar flare got me too. You feel me? Hey man, yo, the solar flare got me too, guys. All right. Can you hear me? Are we good? We good? All right. God bless y'all, man. God bless the audience. I appreciate you guys' patience. You guys know I do. Where did I leave off? I'm sorry, guys. Shout out to Israel. Shout out to Taste the Truth. Where did I leave off? So I was talking about BlackRock, right? I don't know, guys. Please let me know in the hold on. I'm gonna make a poll actually. Let's do a poll because I want to. Am I able to? Oh, I'm not able to do polls on this channel. What's going on? Oh, you know what? Hold on 1 second, guys. Because I want to know. Do you guys think that we're gonna hit the all-time high before the halving? I'm gonna do a poll. And by the way, guys, and when I say this, guys, don't feel judgment or anything. There's no such thing as a right or wrong answer when it comes to this. You feel me? Okay, I can't do a poll, but you in the chat, let me ask Cozy, do you think we're gonna hit the all-time high before the halving? Yes or no? Israel, what about you? Taste the Truth. Hey, shout out to Abe. I see you, brother. I see you. Let me know. Do you think that we're gonna hit the all-time high before the halving? Remember, guys, there's no right or wrong answer. I just want to get the sentiment of what my audience thinks because I already gave my case as to why I don't think it's gonna happen. But let me know. Okay, let me know. Cozy says it's 50-50 being real. Okay, fair enough. And like I said, if we do hit the all-time high before the halving, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. If we do hit the all-time high, I think it'll be an artificial manufactured pump by BlackRock. And I think they're going to dump hard. Okay, they're going to dump so hard that we're going to go screeching back to 30, 35, 30, 35. You know, once again, no right or wrong answer. Taste the Truth says, I don't think so, but it could happen. Fair enough. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. If it does happen, yippee-ki-yay, as Bruce Willis used to say, okay? Israel says, I'm unsure, to be honest. I want that XRP to thrive, though. Yeah, you know what? XRP's taking a nap like a big brother that just got done eating, you know, a 2-course barbecue meal. You know what I'm saying? So I know, let's get back to the crypto, though, like I never left. So I know, guys, right now, everybody's talking about 100K before the halving. Now, I watched a YouTuber talk about we're going to hit 500,000 next year. And and listen, guys, and this is what I always say, right? Can we just get back to 60K first? Can we get back to the all-time high first? When I hear people now talking about, you know, what's this guy, the guy on CNBC? I watched him yesterday, right? Forgot his name. He said Bitcoin will hit 150 at the end of this year. YouTubers are talking about 500,000. I'm just like, okay, let's get back to the all-time high first, okay? Let's get back to the all-time high. Shout out to Knees Duds 31112 says it will, but quick, then followed by crash rug pulls. Yeah, it would be the rug pull of that rug pull would be even a harder rug pull than FTX, in my opinion. Okay, my humble opinion. Okay, guys, let's talk about NVIDIA. I told you guys today we're going to talk about stocks as well. So NVIDIA, for those that don't know, is an AI company, right, that also specializes in computer equipments like chips and such. And everybody was hyping this up yesterday on X.com and social media in general, that it was imperative that they, you know, meet their revenue quota for the fourth quarter, and they exceeded it. Right, the company reported 22.10 billion. The experts or pundits were thinking that NVIDIA would hit 20.6 billion. So right now, guys, when you seeing AI coins pumping, it's because of NVIDIA. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to give you guys some game, okay? Some whale game. Yes, I'm going to give you guys some whale game. that I learned from a whale. Because you know the whales, sometimes they like to talk to a small fry like myself because they enjoy my, enthusiasm. And so I'm gonna give you guys some whale game, and you guys are gonna thank me for this. Trust me on that. Okay.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, so NVIDIA guys, as I said, they've met their quota for the year. Now NVIDIA has been pumping, and this is good. Okay, and for those who don't know, NVIDIA has been in the news. They are one of the trendsetters when it comes to AI stocks, along with OpenSea. OpenSea is the creator of ChatGPT. Okay. And so, excuse me, not OpenSea. My bad. I'm thinking about the NFT company. I mean OpenAI. Okay. Now, OpenAI, for those who didn't hear the news, unless you are not up to date, they came out with Sora, which is their text to video, infrastructure app or AI that they are working on. And right now, guys, right, they have it where basically now they have the ability where you can type in, right? You can type in a text, and then Sora will make it into a picture or a video, excuse me. Now, I know some people are like, well, what's the big deal? I mean, the big deal is, guys, these are AI created videos that have never been seen before. So we're just going to take a quick look. I made a video in depth about it on my other channel, my tech channel, AI Solo. But this is, guys, I want to talk about this because when we talk about AI, right, and how it relates to crypto and how it relates to NVIDIA, when we're talking about stocks, this is the type of tech that they're rolling out, okay? And I don't think people are aware. Matter of fact, I know a lot of people aren't aware. You know how I know? I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, right? Hold up, why aren't the pictures coming up? Or the videos, excuse me. Hold on, let me refresh this. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday about Sora, and he had no idea that this was even going on, okay? And this is huge, guys, because I've been telling you guys now for a year, right, on my tech channel and even on here, that the upscaling of AI is going to be so rapid that by the time people realize what's going on, they're going to be missing out on it. There are people that are not even aware of Sora. There are people that don't even know OpenAI. And you know what? I don't want to say that they're ignorant. It's just, you have people that they're living their lives, right? They have family, they have children, they have kids, they have wives, girlfriends. They don't really have time to pay attention to all of this, okay? And so here you guys, as it's pulling up, and bear with me, guys, because, I'm on that AT&T wireless right now. By the way, anybody else on AT&T, man? So, guys, I know you can't really see it. I don't know what's going on. It's buffering. That 56K modem. Okay, here we go, guys. But here we go, guys. So they have prompts, right? So, for example, this prompt is... Let's go to the next one. Okay, this prompt is: several giant woolly mammoths approached, threading through a snowy meadow. Their long woolly fur light blows in the wind as they walk. Snow-covered trees and cinematic snow, okay? And so let's see if I can play this. I know my computer's... Yeah, see, this is... I apologize, guys. But you guys get the point. You guys get the point. I don't know what's going... Listen, my internet was working just fine, bro. That solar flare got me, man. People think I be bugging when I talk about the solar flare. But so basically, guys, these are generated videos, right? That Sora comes up with. These and it looks really is in Tokyo that that took this video. This is AI generated, and looks very realistic. Now they're up to 60 seconds right now, right? But I do think, guys, in the future, with the way that this tech is scaling, they're going to be up to, maybe even an hour at the end of the year. And then I say within a decade, I give it about 10 years, they're going to be able to, they're not just going to be able to scale a full movie, but they're going to be able to add audio, okay, and sound. Right now, they can't even add that. But this is on openai.com, guys. Zora, I'm gonna post the link in the chat for you guys who want to check this out. I apologize for my internet not cooperating. As you guys know, the solar flare hit this morning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad to be online at all, okay? And so that's the reality. So when we're talking about AI and stuff like that, right? And they're talking about a third of the jobs in America by 2030, 100 million people are going to lose their jobs to AI. And they're talking about 40% of the world's population by 2030 will lose their job to AI. This is the type of stuff that we're talking about. This, what Zora is doing, is going to put film directors, cinematographers, actors, is going to put a lot of those people not out of business, but it's going to reduce that workforce. Okay, it's going to reduce that workforce by a lot. And it's not just actors and videographers and film directors and editors, but it's also script writers and a whole other things, right? Even in other sectors, bankers, right? Now you're not going to need a teller when you pull up to your bank to withdraw cash. You're not going to need a bank teller. You just tell the AI how much cash you want, and it'll do it for you. You already can do that with an ATM machine, but I'm talking about you actually physically walking into a bank and there's no human being there. It's just AI doing it by itself. And I know that sounds crazy, that it sounds insane, Israel, but that's a real thing. Okay. Israel says, hold on a second. Israel says AI was creating a Netflix series on the main character life on that show. Yeah, it was called Black Mirror. Joan is Awful, season 6, episode 1. Ooh, that boy is good. That boy is good. Let me say that again. Season 6, episode 1, Joan is Awful. Yes, I watched it. I might watch it after this. That, Black Mirror was ahead of its time. Oh, guys, I got it to work. Hallelujah. I got it to work. Look at her. She looks like a real woman, y'all. This looks like a real person in Tokyo just walking. And if you really look for the subtleties, the only way you're able to tell is like when you look at her sunglasses, right? And by the way, there's no sound, but this is a real person. No, this is not a real person. This is AI, excuse me. But it looks like a real person. She got the dimples. Look at that. She got the dimples. Bruh. Do you guys understand what this is? Like, do you guys understand what this means? She got the baby sideburns. The AI even got the baby sideburns. Bruh, what? Oh my, you guys have to understand. Anybody seen that Will Smith AI a year ago? Will Smith eating spaghetti? That looked cartoonish, right? It looked clownish. Guys, we are in a transition right now. I know a lot of people love to say it's the Great Reset. Some people are calling it the God Reset, right? I call it the God Reset too. But we're in a transition. Not just when I'm talking about a God Reset, I'm not just talking about financially, but we're also talking about technological wise. Look at this. This is AI generated. This is not pre-drawn or pre-digitalized. This is from the AI, from the seed to the rooter. It's right here. And so when people say, well, what's the buzz with AI? And guys, and this is the crazy part. And you can hear the excitement in my voice. This is the worst that you're going to see it. I guarantee you guys, by the end this year, this is going to be even 10 times better than you see it now. This is in 4K. By 2026, you're going to see it in 8K. By 2030, it's going to be 16K. We are about, see, and this is when I talk about this crypto, the way I do and the tech, and the way I talk about it is, I don't think people realize that we are in an era of, that in human history that probably the last time you saw this was during the days of Enoch, when, you know, the fallen angels gave the human the technology. This is probably as close to that. And for those who've read the book of Enoch, you know what I'm talking about, when those angels gave man, you know, technology and the art of warfare, things that God didn't want us to have. You know, those fallen angels, let me be clear, they were doing things that God didn't want, you know. But we're now about to go into an era where technology is, fallen angel technology. And some people might even say this is fallen angel technology too, right? But I'm not here to argue that. I mean, you know, maybe we can talk about that on the tech channel. But here's the thing. This is moving so rapidly. This is moving so rapidly, guys, that, okay, let me calm down, because I know you guys can hear the excitement. Guys, I was checking a crypto the other day. They got an AI crypto that pretends to be your girlfriend that you can text. YouTuber Superman, shout out to him. He downloaded it and he was showing on his live stream him messaging his AI girlfriend. Did you just hear? No, did you hear what I said? They have an app now, guys, where you can have, for those guys who, you know, some call them incels, some call them lame, you know, y'all know. For those who can't get a woman, now you can have an AI app where the AI will talk to you like she's your girlfriend. She will text you in the morning. She will leave you voice notes and pictures. You just got to pay a fee. You have to understand, guys, that we're about, once again, AI generated. All of this is AI generated that I'm showing. We're about to enter into an era, guys, that's not just going to affect film. I mean, that's just, people, you guys got to understand, AI is going to affect anything that has to do with technology, okay? So when we talk about fast food, when we talk about warehouse workers, there's going to come a day, guys, where you go into an Amazon warehouse. Some of y'all may have worked at Amazon before. Shout out to all my Amazon workers. You feel me? But you're going to go to an Amazon warehouse. It's going to be nothing but AI robots. It's going to be one human being. He's the main engineer to make sure that everything is running copacetic. Humanity as you know it, life as you know it. People are talking about, I can't wait to get back to pre-CV19. Those days are long gone. Those days are never coming back. So when people keep talking about the new normal, I don't think people realize that your new normal is going to continually change, not year after year, but we're literally talking months after months, because you're going to notice, guys, I give it about maybe a year or two, that when you hear a news about AI or new tech advancement, by the time a month later, you're going to forget about it because something else just came out. You know what this, I remember when the first iPhone came out and it was a big deal. And then, you know, and within 2 years, everybody had an iPhone. Well, this is this times 1,000. This is like the new iPhone coming out, but within a week, everybody's going to have it. But then here's the crazy part. Think of it like this. Okay, let me break this down where you can understand this, what I'm talking about. Imagine this AI right now, where we're at is like the iPhone 1, Israel. Okay, next year, though, instead of the iPhone 2, we coming out with the iPhone 4. Then later that year, you're not coming out with the iPhone 5, you come out with the iPhone 8. So in other words, guys, the tech is going to keep scaling to a level. By the time we talk about 5 years, we're talking about you're already out with the iPhone 20 or iPhone 30, because the tech is scaling at such a rapid pace that the tech that you're using a year ago is already outdated, completely outdated. So we're talking about you're moving from within decades and months. You're moving within months in weeks, and you're moving within months in literally days or even hours. Is anyone picking up what I'm putting down? That's all I got to say, bro. But here's another, but this thing, you guys think this is freaky? Now this is the scary part right here. Now we're going to talk about some Black Mirror stuff, Israel, okay? And once again, I need people to understand what's going on, because when I heard this news, I was like, yo, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. Okay? Elon Musk. Everybody knows who Musky Musk is, right? Get it? Musky Musk, because his last name is Elon Musk. Okay. Let's keep going. So right now, currently, they're testing Neuralink on human patients. And Elon just came out the other day and said that the first Neuralink patient can control a computer mouse by thinking. Let me say that again. The first Neuralink patient can control a computer mouse by thinking. Guys, when Israel said this is fallen angel technology, yes, because now we're moving into the realms of telepathy. So you know what? When you watch those Marvel movies and you thought, oh, cool, Tony Stark in that nanotech suit, now it's getting really spooky, y'all.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
What happens now when we move into a human era where people are now able to manipulate physical things, physical objects with their thought? Isn't that telepathy? Somebody says it's witchcraft. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But this is where we're moving to now. And you know what? I said it before, man. There's going to be some people that Neuralink comes out and they can't wait to get it. And see, and I've already talked about this in depth, but all of this leads to what? The mark of the beast. Because they got to make it look good. They're not just going to be like, oh, here's the mark, blah, blah. It's going to be bad. It's going to say, no. So hold on. You're telling me you're going to put a chip in my head where I'm able to manipulate physical objects. And let me ask this, right? Because this Neuralink is supposed to not just help with people who have strokes, right? And epilepsy, but also to be able to walk, to be able to do this telepathy where you can move mouse cursors. But now, guys, we're moving into transhumanism. So when we're talking about Book of Enoch, right? And this is why the Bible, everything's already been written. See, this is why God is so the Bible is more relevant than ever, because everything that the Bible talks about has already happened at one point in human history. And it's just repeating the cycle. So when Israel, shout out to Israel, was talking about fallen angel technology, this technology is not new. It's not. It's just coming back. Excuse me. It's just coming back. So now you have Neuralink, right? Shout out to Shadow Zulu. Yep, Apple Vision Pro just came out earlier this month. We got Zora by OpenSea. And guys, this technology is just getting started. Imagine people putting chips in their heads, and now they are able to analyze, if somebody's lying, just like Black Mirror. Then they're going to come out with nanotech. That's next. I don't know when that'll be. That might be 10 years from now, might be 20 years, heck, could be 5 years. But they're going to have nanotech. They're like, oh, you dark skin, you hate your dark skin? Hey, with this nanotech, we can turn you into a white man. You want to be white? I know you guys think I'm joking. They're going to give you nanotech and they say, hey, this nanotech will turn you into a white man. Do you want to be Michael Jordan? This nanotech will change you so you can look like Michael Jordan.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
You guys think I'm bugging. No, I'm telling you, this technology, see, this is the part of the technology that scares me, because you're gonna see stuff in the next 5, 10, 20 years that you've never thought of before, that you couldn't have conceived. They're going to give you nanotech. They're going to be like, oh, it's going to get, this is how they're going to spin it at first. Oh, it's going to cure cancer. Oh, it's going to cure diseases. It's going to get rid of this. That sounds good. But meanwhile, all this tech, what is it all doing? It's all another form of enslavement, because now they got a chip in your head. Now you got those nanites in your blood veins. Now they know where you're at 24/7. They know when you leave your house, when you come back in. They know what you're spending your money on. They know who you're with. They can hear the people that you're talking to. And now they're trying to develop technology where they can read your thoughts. You know, the privacy of your mind is always, to me, it's sacred. Right? But imagine that's the technology that they're working on. So this is the technology that they're showing you that they're working on, but behind the scenes, the technology that they're working on that they're not showing you, that they're not telling you, that's the technology that you have to really be worried about. This is why it'll come to a point where you have to make a decision. Oh man, I didn't mean to be this deep today. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Shadow Zulu says surrogates 2009 is exactly what you're talking about. So exactly. It's going to come an era, Shadow Zulu, you're right. It's going to come a point where with this VR, the metaverse is going to be so real to people. Like Ready Player One, I've said this before. The metaverse is going to be more real to people than the real world, where people don't even want to step outside. Why would you step outside? The metaverse is going to be more popping than the real world. Why? Because hyperinflation in the future is going to be through the roof. You can't go outside no more. You want to go to a restaurant, Applebee's, the 2 for $50 meal is now 2 for $500, because now you look at what's going on with the dollar, right? And I can prove this to you. Japan just said they went in a recession. Japan had one of the most stable economies in the world for the last 25 years, and now they're in a recession. Germany just said they're in a recession. America, we've technically been in a recession since 2022, but they lied to you and said, "Oh no, we changed the standard." What? They changed the standard? Listen, last time when I was in college or school, an F was an F. Listen, my teacher didn't say, "Oh, we changed the standard, Solo. Yes, you got an F, but you still passed the class."
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Delusional, right? That sounds delusional, right? But that's what the government is telling you. That's what they're telling me. They're telling us, oh, we changed the standard to what the definition of a recession is. Now, my understanding was if you had, 2 bad quarters, that means you're in a recession, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But then they changed the standard. Last time I checked, when I was in school, an F was an F, a D was a D. A D didn't mean you passed, but now they said, no, yes, it's an F, but no, you still passed. It's crazy. So guys, the Neuralink, right? And the Neuralink is not really fully AI. I'm pretty sure it does have some AI capabilities. But now when you have Elon Musk announcing that people are able to manipulate physical objects with their thoughts, guys, this is Blade Runner 2049. Remember Blade Runner? Ryan Gosling, right? He's not a human. He's a clone. That's coming too. That's coming down the pike. AI robots that look human. That's coming down the pike in the 2040s. Yep. They listen, guys. And this is how evil these elites are. Everything that you see, you watch a movie. This is how naive people are. You watch a movie and you think, oh, this is a great movie. It's entertaining. No, these elites, they show you what they do before they want to do it. They want to show you their evil plans. Why? Because they need you to come in agreement with it. They have this thing about where they can't lie to people, but they don't tell you the truth. So what they say is, hey, this is what we're going to do. But they don't tell you this is what we're going to do. They put it out in a movie. So you watch the movie and you think, oh, Ready Player One, it's a good movie. No, but that's their agenda. And then one day you wake up and now you're hearing about people have this Neuralink in their head and they're able to move computer mouses by just thinking. Now, that used to be a movie, and now it's happening in real life. It's crazy. I know. So, guys, let me wrap up this AI Neuralink tech talk really quickly, okay? Because I need people to understand, and this is not doom and gloom, guys. Remember, guys, this is not doom and gloom. I'm gonna tell you guys what we can do to prepare ourselves, okay? Now, AGI. Who knows what the definition of AGI is? Does anybody know? I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. You can Google it. Do you know what AGI is? Yeah, you didn't Google it. I know you didn't, because you know I was going to tell you anyway. That's right. That's right. AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence. This is to the point where now artificial intelligence is self-aware. Basically, it's the how do I put this? The machine version of a human being. It has consciousness. It's aware, self-aware. Now you've got AGI, artificial general intelligence, and then you have artificial super intelligence. That is to a point where AI is so intelligent that it's basically for the average human being would be incomprehensible. You won't be able to comprehend it unless even if the artificial super intelligence were to break it down to you in layman terms, you wouldn't understand it, because it's able to grasp concepts and things that you just wouldn't be able to understand, because the intelligence, it's kind of like, and I always use this as a reference or metaphor. It's like you trying to explain calculus to a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old don't even understand algebra. A 5-year-old don't even understand, remedial math. So how are you going to explain calculus to a 5-year-old? You can talk about circles and squares, sure, but to a 5-year-old, that's that's how we'll be to that. Okay, so AGI, guys. Why am I bringing this up? The experts back in 2020, they predicted artificial general intelligence to be, active or out and about by 2040. Then in 2023, they moved it to 2026. Then at the end of 2023, when this article came out, they moved it to 2025. Now you're wondering, why did they move this up? Because, like I've been telling you guys now for over a year, the technology's upscaling so fast, meaning that it's evolving so fast that it's moving the timeline up and up and up. Okay, so what does artificial general intelligence? And I know let's read some of the skepticism, right? Deep learning can't do causal reasoning. Artificial general intelligence will be able to reason, right? So people are arguing that ChatGPT can't reason, this and that. Deep learning can't do symbolic reasoning, okay? Right now, it can't, but there's rumors, okay? And I don't want to get too rumorish, that they already have AGI out. They had it out in a, supposedly, guys, and once again, this is a rumor. I haven't been able to verify, but supposedly they had AGI ready in Japan, and then the AGI got violent and they had to shut it down because they put the AGI in an actual robot and it got violent. And so they had to shut it down. So they already have that technology. And we know, as I mentioned earlier before, the technologies that they're showing you is what they want you to know. But the technology that they're working on is what they don't want you to know, because they're not able to yet scale it for mass production, or it still has some tinks in it. Exactly, brother. Yes, Skynet. Exactly. Sentient. Yes, Skynet. Okay. Now, what is the solution to this AI stuff? And once again, I'm not here to fearmonger. I'm here to simply create awareness, guys, because I realize a lot of people don't realize what is going on. Okay. And this is why I'm talking about this today. I think the biggest thing is this is for, and I employ any human being, please don't put no chips in your heads. Please don't do that. The solution is when they push this upon you, you should, and you should stand up and say no, because now when we are talking about them putting chips in your heads and putting metal parts in you, now we're talking about transhumanism. And if you are a person who's read the Bible, you're biblically inclined, you've read Revelations, you know there's no coming back from that, right? So I'm telling you guys that they will make it sexy, they will make it cute, they will make it dope. Remember what I said earlier? They'll make nanotech where you can transform and fly, or you can, if you're black, you can turn white. And I know that sounds crazy, right? But I'm saying that now because of the fact that there's some people who will be like, oh man, I always wanted to be a white guy. Now I can talk to the pogs. Time out. You see, when you start to look at technology, right, there's good. It's not all negative that AI will do. AI will be able, I use ChatGPT. You guys know that. AI will help you scale your work faster. AI will help you come up with a business idea. There's a guy that made an AI crypto. Let's talk about crypto. He made an AI algorithm chat box, and he told that AI to make him $1 million. He started with 1,000, right? The AI got up to like 100K. So there's good things that the AI can do, but when we start to talk about neural links and AGI stuff, I just want people to be aware of that. Now, there are good things. It's not all doom and gloom, right? Like I said, the AI will help you scale your work faster. It'll allow you to have more freedom, right? If you're a business owner, where now, with some of like the one video that I was working on, the top AI layer with that video took me a week to make, right? The one video, guys, the top 7 ISO video that I did, it took me a week, and I used ChatGPT to make that video to help me script it. I'm not gonna lie, right? If it wasn't for ChatGPT, that video probably would have taken me 2-3 weeks to make. So the AI will help you to do that, right? But where the AI gets spooky to me is when we're talking about putting chips in your head, and now they want to put the nanotech, the nanites in your bloodstream. Because make no mistake, there's another pandemic coming. They're talking about disease X now. They're already talking about lockdowns, right? Have you guys noticed how 2024 is kind of like a remix of 2020? Wait, wasn't San Francisco and the Chiefs in the 2020 Super Bowl? Facts. That's facts. Wait, wasn't Trump running against Biden in 2020? That's facts. It's like 2024 is a remix of 2020. But you know what? This is how you know God is real and God is good. It ain't going to be like 2020. So now they're talking about disease X. Wait, in 2020, wasn't it C19? And they were talking about lockdowns in March, in February. And in March, the lockdown started to happen with quarantine. And in April, it caused a what? It caused the market crash. Now it's February. They're talking about disease X. And they're talking about what? They're talking about lockdowns again. You see, guys, these elites, they're not, listen, these elites, they're overzealous. They're not very original. So they got to run the same play again. It's kind of like football. When you play Madden, and you remember you used to play Madden, and your favorite, what was your favorite play? That go route, right? Randy Moss, Madden 99, right? What's the go route? The go route is when Randy Moss just goes straight up the line, because you always get a touchdown, unless he was double teamed. That's what the elites do. So I want people to understand the AI, right? There are positives to it, but it's not all doom and gloom, okay? It's not all doom and gloom. Frankie Too Sweet says, I think the seller downage today is a rehearsal cyber attack by China. You know what, Frankie? Oh, brother, you telling too much truth, brother. You are telling too much truth, man. Mess around, they're gonna call you a conspiracy theorist.
Dom DeMarco.
To understand that a lot of people think World War III is gonna be a bunch of bombs. No. World War III is we're talking about cyber warfare. Okay, it's already, they've already been doing it. Remember 2021 bull run? Every week Amazon is down. Remember that? Barclays Bank was down. What was that airline? Remember there was an airline company that was down in 2021? Remember, it was like every other month something was down. Man, anyway, so I don't want it. So when people say, well, you make AI sound bad and like this and that, listen, guys, technology is not bad per se. It's the intent, okay? It's the intent. Like the internet. You can use the internet like I'm doing right now to spread awareness, to give people information when it comes to technology and crypto, okay? It's the intent. Where technology becomes bad is when you have evil people using it for nefarious purposes. If, let's say, I use the internet to go on the black market, let me not go there, but you guys understand what I'm saying. So I'm not saying, so the thing about AI is not bad per se, but the thing is, what is the intent? If your intent for AI is to scale your work, make money, as long as it's legal and ethical, I don't think it's bad. But if we're starting to do illegal things, like hacking and cyber, that's different. So it's about the intent, okay? But let's get to this crypto, because I know you guys, that's what you guys came here for. You guys don't want to hear me rant and ramble about tech, right? But so now NVIDIA has pumped some of the cryptos, okay? And some of the cryptos that have gone up. We're going to talk about that. Let me read the some of the comments, man. Let me read that as my computer, because I'm on that AT&T wireless. Cozy says, yep, cyber attacks are going to ramp up more as we get closer to 2032. Good for my job market, though. Yeah. And see, this is one of the reasons why I talk about, and this is why when I talk about AI will help with cybersecurity. That is a good thing. Why? Because we heard about ledgers getting hacked, like not the ledgers themselves, but part of the ledger apps, right? The functionality of ledgers, or the ledger database when it came to back in 2021 where the customer database got hacked. Remember that? We need that protection. Why do we need it? Because when mass adoption happens and you have 50 to 70% of a country's population using crypto, a hack could be catastrophic. Okay? So at the end of the day, when we look at and it's loading up, we look at the AI cryptos have ran. Jasmy, shout out to, I don't know if the brother, any of you brothers on Jasmy. I know there was one brother that asked me about Jasmy several months ago. Jasmy coin has gone up. Why? In part because of what's going on with Japan. And also they call Jasmy coin in Japan, they call it the Bitcoin of Japan, okay? So Jasmy has gone up. ChainGPT has gone up. I talked about ChainGPT publicly on YouTube when it was 16 cents. It was up 32 cents, 31 cents last time I checked, and it's refreshing, right? On Patreon, I was talking about it when it was 14 cents. And ChainGPT is an AI Web3 ecosystem that does various things, okay? Now, I apologize, guys. You see, they messing with my computer because I'm telling too much. You know what I mean? Cozy says maybe in terms of better tools, but that's about it. Not really. People already hacking AI. Yeah, and with technology, that's the unfortunate thing is that eventually, anything can be hacked, right? Now, crypto, the reason why crypto is not hackable at this point is because you're going to need a quantum computer to do it. And I know some people are worried, well, the technology for that is going to be closer, blah, blah, blah. And I've said this, I do think that as the technology scales, I think that there'll be defense systems, securities in place that'll protect you. But I do think that there will come a point too that hackers will be able to, because everybody's going to have a wallet, to the point that, and to the average person, their wallet is going to be integrated already to their phone. So it's not like how we do it, where you got to download like an Exodus wallet or Trust wallet or MetaMask. No, they're going to open up their phone. It's going to be like their Google wallet or their Apple Pay wallet already. It's going to be already integrated, right? But there's going to come a point where hackers can just hack your wallet from like a mile away. You know what I'm saying? When that tech comes, they're going to have to be able to, that's why at this point, make sure you use like a Faraday wallet, right? To protect yourself and all of that. But I think that there will be ways to combat that. Cold storage will be a safe spot to hold that crypto. Hot wallets will be hacked. Exactly. Agreed. That's why in the future, my advice is, if you're out and about in public, and matter of fact, even if you're out and about in public now, don't be out and about. Don't have all your hot wallets on your phone. You should not have it on your phone, all of it, right? And if you do have it on your phone, make sure it's not where they can enter with face recognition scan your phone. Make sure it's password encoded, okay? And then make sure that if you're in public and you're using a public Wi-Fi, that you're logged out of your crypto apps, okay? Make sure you logged out of your crypto apps. Make sure you use two-factor authentication, right? In my opinion, and I understand that certain people in certain countries, shout out to my Nigerian brethren and my brethren in the Philippines and Ghana and Vietnam, you don't have the luxury to do it on the computer. The phone is like your computer. I understand. In those countries, they're moving different. Nigeria, Philippines, and Vietnam, they're like 10 years ahead of us in America when it comes to how they use their phones for payments and peer-to-peer. They understand crypto. The average Nigerian understands crypto far better than the average American, because they already are using it. Peer-to-peer payments, stuff like that, WisePay, all of that. They know what it is, right? But yeah, you can protect yourself. And this is one of the things that I always talk about, guys, is get a Ledger or get a Descent wallet or Trezor, or now everybody's talking about Tangent wallet. The other wallet, EliPal is one, and then, of course, the other wallet, too, that I always forget, the $400 one, right? So that's just what it is. What AI can't replace is human ingenuity and human stupidity. You know what? I think that with AI, right? When you look at it, I think that it'll be exciting from if you're a gamer, right? You like video games or phone games and stuff like that. I think it's gonna change things, right? It's also gonna change entertainment. Anybody else tired of watching the 10th Star Wars movie? Now it's wokety woke, right? Now AI is gonna help to bring in concepts and storylines and movies that we've never seen before, right? But yeah, ChainGPT is up 16% in the last 24 hours. And so AI coins are trending, guys, right? And I made a video titled 20 Best AI Cryptocurrencies. I made it 3 weeks ago. And a lot of those coins I made on that list, they're trending too. Akash Network is trending. You guys know I spoke very highly of Akash Network. And so some people are saying, well, this trend is already done, blah. It's not done. The AI trend is going to be a trend, guys, that it's going to be a trend until the next decade. There are going to be AI cryptocurrencies, AI stocks, not just NVIDIA, but other stocks that aren't even out yet, because of the fact that once the technology scales, there's going to be other use cases that we haven't even thought about that those other companies will address. You know what I'm saying? So there'll be opportunities to make money. Let me read the comments. Israel says, "Yeah, I got 2 phones, one for my Exodus and the other for Coinbase." Yeah, that's what's up. That's another thing. Yeah, if you have 2 phones, that's even better because then you can split up the apps and then don't lose the phone, please. And make sure everything is password encoded, you know what I mean? And 2-factor authentication too, if you can. Shadow Zulu says, there will probably be 24-hour delay or freeze on all crypto transfers to another wallet just to protect investors. 24-hour delay? Okay. How would they implement that? That's interesting. But I could see Visa doing it because remember, guys, and that's another thing I was going to talk about. Visa now has gotten into the crypto space heavy. And I mean, Visa has been in crypto now for nearly a decade, right? But now Visa is coming out with their own crypto debit cards. And we know that Visa has partnerships with SHX and BlockV. Once again, these are not AI projects, right? But these are projects that are dealing with existing payment infrastructure like Visa, right? And BlockV and SHX, for those of you who have been paying attention, I've talked about those coins a month ago. Those coins have been steadily pumping consistently. So this article came out by Cointelegraph that talks about how Visa and MasterCard are getting into the crypto space and how they're going to eat market share from centralized exchanges. Now, you guys got to already remember, Visa's already established, so's MasterCard. And now, if they're able to convert your payments to cryptocurrencies, and it just looks like a debit card. It's kind of like your Coinbase card or your Crypto.com card, right? But you're utilizing your crypto. It's once again, this is another form of mass adoption, okay? Another form of mass adoption. Here you have MasterCard talking about blockchain and digital assets. So once again, mass adoption is happening repeatedly, right? These companies are adopting it. Visa, MasterCard, BlackRock is in the space. NVIDIA, one of the reasons why ChainGPT is going up is because, you know, or Chain is because they have that NVIDIA backing. And so, guys, the whale advice that I got from a whale is this. He says, Solo, any crypto that NVIDIA is giving grants to, like ChainGPT, they gave ChainGPT a grant. They gave Ondo, that's another crypto AI. They gave Ondo a grant. Any coin that has that ChainGPT is co-signing any crypto, that's the one that you want to buy. That's what my whale friend told me, my millionaire whale friend, okay? And I said, dang, you smart. How you know that? Okay? So, guys, this is another one. Some of you may have heard of it. This has been trending. So Ondo is basically dealing with grade A finance infrastructure, right? They've got Coinbase backing, okay? Also, like I said, they got the NVIDIA cosign as well. Look at the regulated providers, right, that they have. They've got BlackRock. I mean, they've got some people backing them up, right? So Ondo is basically a decentralized lending protocol designed to honor restrictions to honor transfer restrictions from permission tokens in order to expand the universe of assets it can support. Okay, so this is one that, like I said, so I'm not telling you guys to buy it. I haven't bought it. And I'm not telling you guys. So why would I tell you guys? I'm just telling you guys, do your research. Do your research. Now, I don't see NVIDIA here, though, but he said NVIDIA is part of the ecosystem. So it's very interesting. But there's a lot of companies, guys, that are, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of companies. Hold on, let me read the chat. Shout out to everybody, by the way. Cozy says AI is just one major technology that's surfacing over these next 10 years. There will be several other technologies popping off this decade. Look up the fifth industrial revolution. Yeah, look up the fifth industrial revolution for sure. Definitely. And that's what I said too. There's going to be tech. There's going to be tech coming out in the next 10 years, 20 years, 5 years that we haven't even thought of yet, right? Because It's like I said, the world is going to change at a rapid pace. He says, think about what social media and 4G smartphones did to the world. Multiply that effect times 10 and at a faster rate of change. I would say, Cozy, multiply it by 100. Multiply that by 100. And that's what I'm saying. It's if people think Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat changed the game, they haven't seen anything yet. And it's going to be to a point, the people that are going to become wealthy, like you guys in the chat listening, right? Because y'all trendsetters, because normies ain't listening to this. You got to have, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but you got to have like some intelligence to understand these concepts that we're talking about, right? Cozy, is that you have to be a visionary in a sense. You have to be a futurist. And by what I mean by that is you kind of have to understand where the world is going and the times that we're in. Because for people who are like, oh, I can't wait to go back to what it used to be like before C19, those days are done. We're like humanity right now, like I said, we're in a transition period, right? We're in a transition period from the old to the new. We're in a transition period. Cozy says, if you cannot learn to use tech, whether it's tech tools, coding, or cybersecurity, you will be left behind like a person who cannot read and do basic math. Or you can there's another way around this, Cozy. You can invest in the tech early. Okay? Like, listen, people who are like getting into NVIDIA, it's like getting into Microsoft in the 1980s. It's like getting into Apple in the 1980s. Like, NVIDIA is like one of the ones I think is going to make it, right? There's going to be other stocks, I think. But if you invest early, you can set yourself up for retirement before the decade is done even. Facts. Shadow Zulu says there's a video game called Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which uses 5G technologies. That game is showing exactly what's about to happen soon. Okay. Is it a crypto? Is it a blockchain game, or is it just a regular game? But I'll definitely do my research on that since I'm doing my research. Cozy says VR AR will make the cognitive dissonance people get from social media look like nothing. Yeah, you know what? People think people on social media are bad now. VR and AR is going to be insane. And there's going to be good things about it because now you'll be able to like scale your work in the VR world. Like if you're like a scientist, right, or a tech person, you can like do like now case studies in VR or AR once it goes into like full fruition, where you'll be able to do tests and scale. Like you'll be able to do things that would take years or decades. You'll be able to do them literally within days and weeks. It's gonna scale things, but also a lot of people they're not going to be able to tell the diff. Like I already mentioned this before earlier. You're going to have people that are going to be, you know how social media has influencers and social media stars? You know, like YouTube, for example, right? Or Instagram or TikTok. Well, in the future, in the VR and AR world, you're going to have VR stars and AR stars. Some of them are going to be human people and avatars. Some of them are not even going to be human. Some of them are going to be AI. And some of them are not even going to be AI. Some of them are going to be something else. And I'm not going to get into that, right? But it's going to be to a point where there are people that wake up. Remember, just like Ready Player One. Remember, Cozy, the guy in the VR world, he was a rock star. He was like the most famous celebrity in the VR world. But in the real world, he was poor. He was, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but he was destitute, living in the hood, living in the projects. But when he had that headset on, he was Michael Jackson. He was a superstar. He was a superstar. Everybody knew who he was. He had the baddest girl on his arm in the VR world. But when he was in the real world, he was a nobody. Nobody knew who he was. So that's where the cognitive dissonance is going to come in, where people are going to think that they are the VR person, but in the real world, you know, so yeah, it's gonna, you know, you think narcissism is bad now? Oh my goodness. Narcissism is gonna go through the roof. Frankie Too Sweet says, See, my thing is this. The fifth industrial revolution could be a cover story for the Great Reset, or the fifth IR is the Great Reset. You know, that's an interesting point. I think that this is what I do know. What I do know is this. Humanity is in a transition period right now. And a lot of people don't even realize that right now we're in a transition phase when it comes to humanity, not just financially. You see what's going on in Japan. You see Germany. They both say they're in a recession. America, we've been in a recession, but they lied to y'all and said, no, we're not in a recession. Okay, whatever, right? We're not just in a transition period financially in the financial global system, but also we're in a transition right now with this emerging technology of AI, of AGI, and other things that, you know, we haven't even thought of because of the fact that we can't even conceive it. I mean, we also have technology, renewable energy technology coming out soon that you're going to see, right? Where you're going to be able to use, they'll be able to use air from and use that as energy. I mean, it's, it's, yo, it's about to get real. Iman Perry says, I don't trust NVIDIA. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Because at some point you got to realize when people signed up for Facebook in the early 2000s, I was thinking to myself, why are people putting their real name pictures on the internet? This was, remember guys, you got to remember there was a point where in the early 2000s, people didn't even want to use Amazon. Some of y'all are too young to remember, but people didn't want to put their credit card online because they didn't want it on the internet. They didn't trust it, right? Now you got people that post their real pictures. They post their real name, posting their children. You got people posting all types of ratchetness and foolery, right? Personal information stuff online, right? So NVIDIA, and when you look at Neuralink, I don't trust Neuralink, to be honest with you, because this to me is like witchcraft, really. When we're starting to talk about telepathy, right? But now, in my opinion, Iman Perry, I do agree. I think that a lot of this is ways to get your personal information, and that's why, like I said, they're gonna make it look sexy, right? And by that I mean they're gonna make the technology look cool and dope, right? That you can do this and that. But meanwhile, for that little bit of quote unquote freedom or coolness, you're giving up a whole lot of freedom. And I think that people don't realize that. But unfortunately, there are people that are willing to give up that freedom because people want to be cool. We live in this vain, superficial society where there are people that wake up and their whole life revolves around what they post on social media. You guys think I'm joking? And it's not just women, it's men too. There are people literally, think about it. And I know I've done it before too. You wake up and you're like, yo, what can I post on my Instagram today that look fly?
Beta.
I grew up. But there are people that literally, they wake up and they're like, yo, what can I post on my social media to get likes? Because you know what? That like that they see on Instagram, it's a high. It gives people validation. And a lot of people aren't getting that validation in real life. A lot of people are lonely. A lot of people don't really have friends. You know what I'm saying? And then you go on social media and you think those people are your friends? Those people, like real talk. That's why I never understood people that brag about, oh, I got 50,000 followers on Instagram. But if stuff really gets real, how many of those 50,000 people would really help you?
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
It's all a mirage, just smoke and mirrors. And people are chasing vanity. The Bible talks about this too. The Bible talks about that in Isaiah. Check it out. Cozy says, and transition phases are the best times to get rich. Exactly. See, Cozy, that's why I said, isn't it weird how 2024 is kind of like 2020? Remember, they were talking about C19. They're talking about lockdowns in 2020, quarantine. Now, in 2024, they're talking about disease X. What are they saying? Lockdown, quarantine. In 2020, it was San Francisco against Kansas City in the Super Bowl. 2024 is Kansas City, San Francisco in the Super Bowl. I mean, I know some of y'all seen that meme where they did the 2024 to 2020. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. They did a comparison. And when they did that, I was like, yo, this is kind of spooky, man. Because you look at it now, they talking about this disease X, right? Now they talking about this disease. This disease X came out of nowhere once again. They probably made it from a petri dish. Facts, right? This disease came out of nowhere. Now they're talking about lockdowns and quarantine. And I'm steady watching. I'm just like, and you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of 2020, because when C-19 started to spread, they were talking about what? Lockdowns and quarantine. And in America, we know how that went. Nobody took it serious until one day you got a call from your boss and said, hey, don't come to work today, stay home because we're on quarantine. And now history is repeating itself. That's crazy. Hold up, guys. I know some of you guys have seen that meme. Let me see if I can find it. Right, 2020, Biden was running against Trump. 2024, Biden is running against Trump. 2020, Lamar Jackson wins MVP. 2024, Lamar Jackson wins MVP. I mean, come on, man. Remember what happened April 2020? Stock market, crypto market crash. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying. Cozy says Neuralink can write information to the brain. Oh, Neuralink can do more than that. I have a theory, and I could be wrong. I think Neuralink will be able to see whatever you see. It's going to be like a camera inside your head. They'll be able to see what you see in real time. So if you're in the bathroom taking the deuce, they'll see that. If you're being intimate with your wife, they'll see everything. Right? You can't, like, and Imam Perry, you're right. Where do you get this technology all of a sudden where you have a chip that can move physical objects? How long have you been working on this? How long has this technology been about? And the crazy part is they're not paying attention, right? The only difference is in 2020, the AI narrative wasn't like it is now. The AI narrative in 2024 is definitely bigger now than it was in 2020. But people aren't paying attention. And I understand why, but you know, people are busy, friends, family, you're busy with your girlfriend, wife, or college. I understand. But man, listen, if you're not paying attention, you have to pay attention. Shadow Zulu says the game came out in 2019 for PS4. It uses crypto called Scale Credit. Ubisoft has always shown new real technologies in their game since Splinter Cell. Yeah. And Shadow Zulu gets it. Like I said, these elites, they love to show off. They love to show you guys what they do before they do it. But you thinking, oh, it's just a video game. Oh, it's just a movie. Oh, it's just a music video. No, they telling you what they about to do. Some people don't even realize when you watch a TV show, all the hidden symbolism that they got. You know, you watch a TV show and you don't even see it. They got the time is 6. Then they got the 6 poster. And then they got the other 6 and another clock, 666. In that one movie, Leave the World Behind. All that demonic symbology, you don't see it. You don't see it, right? People don't see it because you're looking at it with your carnal eye. But if you have spiritual eyes, you can see like all the witchcraft, all that. You'll be like, damn, this is something. That's why like people of God, like people that are really in the know, they don't even watch movies like that. Because of what it does to their spirit. You know what it does to your spirit. So you don't even want to watch movies like that. That's why I don't even listen. Like, I don't listen to hip hop no more. Because it's all about what? Killing another N-word, smashing another it's all the same thing. It's all low vibrational carnality, fornication, sin, idolatry. It's all everything that God says not to do. They put that in the music. And you notice how hip hop, ever since the 90s, hip hop hasn't evolved. There used to be a period in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, hip hop would evolve, but hip hop has actually gotten worse. And then anyway, let me stop, bro, because I know I'm on YouTube. I don't want to get too deep, bro, because they love flagging me, bro, when I start talking like this. Israel says, just like that Black Mirror episode where dude's got a chip in his brain, rewound his memory, even caught his wife cheating with that technology. Exactly. That Black Mirror episode, I know which one you're talking about. I don't remember that one. But that one was crazy because that dude, I don't even want to get too detailed, but it was pathetic because imagine that you're living your whole life in rewind. And if you think about it, that's how we're doing it now. Every time you pull out your cell phone, you're living through you're recording something, you're viewing it through that recording instead of enjoying the moment. But there'll come a time, and I think Neuralink will allow you to do that in the future. I don't know if they're working on that technology where you'll be able to replay your best memories in your life. And there's some people that's how they're going to live. They're just going to live in the past because that's where all their best memories are. Oh, Elon is a fallen angel or a reptile? Hey, man, listen, I'm going to get out of that one, man. I'm going to get out of that one. I mean, listen, man, that's a Patreon video, bro. Keep the content coming, my guy. Hey, God bless you, brother. You got it. I got you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't listen to hip hop anymore. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the same thing. It's always about women this and that and always about killing another black man. You know what I'm saying? You never hear them rap about, hey, this is how we can start our own homestead, or this is how to invest your money. No, these rappers are always rapping about low vibrational things. Why? Because they want to keep you docile. They spitting Sodom and Gomorrah mute. That's what it is. Most of these rappers, man. And now you watch these music videos. What, there was this one girl, I don't even know, like, listen to her. I just saw somebody commenting named Doja Cat. She made an album. The album cover look all demonic and shit. I'm just like, damn. They don't even try to hide it no more. Remember that, what's his name? Little Queer X guy, or whatever his name is? The dude was humping the devil. They don't even try to hide it. No, they don't even like hide it no more. They show you who their allegiance is to. They don't even they don't even care no more. They're like, yep, we're part of the clique. And nobody says nothing. Nobody says, yo, time out. This is not what we do. This is we Christians over here. We are a Christian country. We ain't rocking with that. No. See, back in the 80s and 90s, there's no way you could have gotten away with that in America. Just no way. Now these people, they rub it in your face. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, guys, like I said, not all technology is evil. It's the intent behind it. I do think in crypto, guys, it'll be interesting to see what will happen before the halving, right? Just to take this back home. And I think, guys, this is an opportunity that if you are paying attention, guys, that, you can make some good money this bull run. I really want everybody to be successful. So one thing I'm doing, guys, is I'm definitely going to make more videos about utility coins and GameFi, AI, stuff like that, right? But at the end of the day, I want people to understand and be aware the reason why NVIDIA is pumping so hard is because this AI is a big deal. The reason why Sora went viral last week is because this tech is scaling at a rapid pace. And then you got Elon Musk now coming out with this Neuralink that allows you to do telepathy. I mean, it's crazy. And I wonder, and I'm not trying to sound like it's just me, but then real talk, guys. Sometimes, guys, I'll be watching this stuff, reading these articles, and I'll be like, does anybody else see what's going on right now? And the crazy part is with the AI stuff, right? When we start to talk about Neuralink and Zora, there's no laws in place to protect you. There are no laws in place. Remember, they had a controversy with Taylor Swift, who, she's part of that cabal too. But they made a fake AI deepfake adult movie using her. So now, guys, they can make fake AI videos. If somebody wanted to get Israel or Captain Cisco, Iman Perry, or Cozy and say, yo, this guy killed a dog, and they made a fake AI video using your likeness, using your image, what is to stop them? And then because of how the technology now is scaled and is so crispy, they show the video to the public of you killing a dog. What are you going to say? Oh, it's AI? We know it's AI, but the people still ain't going to believe you. And that's scary. That's the scary part to me. I said too much, man. I know, man. I said too much, bro. I done said too much. Okay, guys, this is my cue, man. I got to go. I said too much. I said too much. I said too much. I said too much, bro. I said too much. People, like I said, bro. Now I'm saying, so for all you brothers be like, yo, I wonder what it'd be like to be a white man. Well, you'll get the technology pretty soon with those nanites that can change the pigmentation of your skin. Heck, it might turn a whole man into a woman. You thinking, oh man, I'm talking to a baddie. No, that's not a woman, dog. That's a man. It's just the nanotech got you fooled. Listen, man. I'm telling you, bruh. Shadow Zulu says BTC can go to 60 to 69 before halving, but those cats talk about 500K before the halving are nuts. Well, they're talking about 500K after the halving. To clarify on what I asked earlier, they talking about 18 months after the halving. They're talking about 500K. So listen, I don't know. Listen, all I'm saying is this. But I'm not worried about the after the halving numbers yet. I just want to see what we do up to the halving, right? Patience is a virtue. That's my thing. That's my thing. Cozy says, you're not lying. I went back to listen to more 70s to early 2000s stuff. There's people making good music, but it's so hard to find. I mean, the music is all dumbed down. The music is just, like people now, it's all about sex, drugs, or killing people. Like, you know what I mean? There's no, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, like I said, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. I know this was more of a rant stream than a crypto stream, but I want to say thank you, guys. My thing is, guys, is just become aware of what's going on, not just in your own neighborhood or your own life, but find out, guys, what is going on geopolitically, right? What is going on financially? What is going on with technology? Because, guys, right now, as I said, to wrap this up in closing, we're in a transition period in humanity where we're about to, step into one of the greatest technological era known to man. This era will be one that we haven't seen since the Nephilim roamed the earth, okay? Remember, there's nothing new. To us, this is going to be new, but this technology was around thousands of years ago. But God had to get rid of it because the technology was not commissioned legally, okay? So God had to get rid of it because we got the technology from fallen angels. Now the technology is rearing its head again. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. A lot of this tech that you're going to see is nothing. It's been around, things like Atlantis, all of this stuff, right? The Aztec, it's been around. It's been around. Even in the Bible, it talks about this, okay? But at the end of the day, I want people to become aware of what's going on because we live in an era now where a lot of people don't understand how fast it is scaling. I just showed you the article. They expect AGI to happen in 2025. By the 2030s, you're going to see robots, right? Not as humans, but robots walking down the street. You already see it in New York. It's not, I'm not telling you guys something that ain't already happening. In New York, they got robot dogs patrolling neighborhoods. In the 2030s, that's going to be a common thing. And by the 2040s, you're going to have AI robots that look like humans. You know? And so the key is to remember that this is not doom and gloom. There are going to be positives to technology. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? The positives are already mentioned. It'll allow you to scale your work better. It'll allow you to be more creative. It'll allow you to make money legally, ethically, if you choose to do so, I hope, right? So there are positives, but you have to decide, are you going to let this technology, you know, are you going to take that Neuralink? Are you going to take it? So, you know, only you can answer that question. So with that being said, God bless you guys. It's your boy Jones. More content to come. See you guys on top, and I'm out. Roll the music.
Now